lets me record. Okay, so we'll go ahead and start. So our swatch books are in. Here you go. Oh, okay, do not undo your fabrics. Okay, keep them in order. A little thing of orders. Now, if you're not able to make it today, I'm going to put your name on a sticky note, and I'm going to leave it in the main office in the education building here on Locust Avenue campus. The education building is where we measured that room and did our apartment. Remember that? It's also, it's right beside the library. So on the first floor down at the very bottom floor, there's a main office for Pierpont there. And I'm going to put your swatch books there for you to pick up. Okay, now let me look at mine. Thank you for getting your other work done and the exam. Midterms are to be posted today. So if you notice, I pulled it up. Let me see on my screen. Here we go. Perfect. Okay. Oh, well, you can't see it. Hold on a second. How about now? There we go. So if you noticed, this was the last addendum I put up. I put a lot up for the fibers and yarns. But when we got these kits, I also received a lot of online presentations that go along with your textbook that they created from this company along with your textbook to add to it, to just enhance it a bit. So because textiles is so scientific and there's so much information there, I thought one more probably wouldn't hurt, and try to keep it though compartmentalized with the information for you. So this one I combined, or actually I put that in yellow for you. And that way, when it comes to the burn test, what you end up doing is taking some threads or yarns, right? And that's what you burn, your little test burn on. So guys, we'll do that burn test in here next Monday. We'll set everything up for you. We'll have little stations for you. Bring this with you, and I'll hear you taking everything. Let's see, make sure I want to write stuff here. You have your magnifying glass? So what this will allow you to do, because what we're going to start in now for the rest of the semester, the second half, is what do we do with those threads and yarns? Well, you can either knit or you weave them together to make your fabrics, right? And that's what we'll be starting into next, is weaves and knits. And then other fabrication methods, if you remember, especially with the synthetics, you can press them. Remember how you can press it down and get a piece of fabric, right? And also the other fabrication methods would include what we would do with leathers, all right? Any kind of animal skin, okay, things like that. So you'll have a gauge on there as well. That gauge, now we have talked about that, is measuring these yarns, the size of the yarn, and then those yarns condensed together when they're woven or knitted will give you the attributes. Remember, they talk about what that fiber does. So if you take the fiber that's strong and you make it into a thread or a yarn, and then you make it into a fabric, that's a strong fabric, right? Okay. So I wore my hemp shirt underneath this today, and I wanted a little bit more insulation, and it does, it keeps me a little bit extra warm. I know it sounds crazy, but it's a hemp cotton blend. It's nice and strong, and it's still breathable, but it, you know, it keeps me a little warmer. So we'll be able to look at your swatches with that. And also too, if you want to see it close up, what happens after you burn your threads. And is it more of a ash? Did it melt? I mean, those are the things you'll observe and you'll write about. Now, based on what we've been reading so far and talking about and watching videos on, when you burn most synthetics, what do you think will happen? Very good. And if you burn something natural, very good. Okay, very good. So this is just, again, one last addendum, but I liked it because it did go, it tied along right there with your textbook, like our other one, but added a bit. This was more on the fabric portion of it. My internet connection is unstable. I'm sorry if I'm going in and out. But again, take your time and work through this PowerPoint presentation, and it'll help you with identifying the items that you're going to want to test in your descriptions. That'll help you a lot. Really broke it down in simple terms here. The filament, one or more, mono, multi, or the spun. Now, the spun yarn, think about wool, cotton, right? Okay. Staple or spun yarns are made from staple fibers. There you go, cotton, linen, wool, silk, excuse me. And then your monofilament yarn or the multi, is your synthetic, or the spit. They talk about your blends, so you can have multi-ply yarn, two-ply yarn. You can have a core with the yarn around it. So look at that, isn't that cool? That is cool, isn't it? See, this is stem. This is the stem part of design. There we go. Yep, good stuff, good stuff. So you'll actually get to take those little threads, if you can, and try to undo them a little bit and look under your microscope. Look under that magnifying microscope, listen to me, your magnifying glass, and see what you see there. So that measurement, denier, right there. There it is. I knew it was a French word. That's the weight. So, okay, I know I want to bring this up. When you buy sheets and they talk about 100, 200, 300, right? And in theory, what's the most tightly knit, high quality sheet? You would think the higher the number, right? Well, apparently, recently, I guess in the last 10, 12 years, probably 15 years now, but some companies reduced the weight of the thread. And while they may have said 300 count, if the thread is lighter, it doesn't have the same quality of another 300 count, right? So you have to be really careful on reading the whole label if that's something that's interested to you, because based on what you're purchasing. So you may see like an Egyptian 300 count cotton sheets, right? They really are nice. Have you ever felt the difference between 100 or 200? You should do that sometime.
I feel like the lower ones are more comfortable than the higher ones for some reason.
Well, they're lighter. They're lighter. Like if in the summertime you don't want a heavy sheet on you, think of the higher count thread ones. They have more durability, and in theory, and also like when you press them, has a more cleaner, crisp look to it. But then, yeah, the lighter, 100 or 200, they might be, they are definitely lighter. They could be softer, by all means, yeah. Especially if you have a blend. If it's a like a poly cotton blend or a satin cotton blend. Those would be like that. Yeah. So interesting. You should look the yarns through the magnifying tool in your swatch book. You have that now. That's so important. So we'll be looking at the thread, and then we'll be looking at the piece itself, the material. You'll like zoom in on it and see how, if it's a tightly woven piece of fabric, if it's a tightly knit, if it's loose, and then we'll be counting them and observing them and writing a description on them. Do you understand? Let's just start slow. Do you understand knit versus woven? Like this sweater's knitted, right? Because like needles and crochet and knitting.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. And then something that's woven on machine. Right? You know, it goes over and down and over and down and over, right? So that's woven.
Right here.
There you go. Right. Yarns are like, and then make it better. They're knitted together. I'm not doing a good job on that one. But so I can't really trying to think. So if it is maybe it's more like that. I have it. I think that's about right. But when it's, we know how to knit. Do y'all have a knit or crochet?
No, but I know what like the concept of.
Like my knitting skills are way by the, I used to do it when I was little, but crocheting's with one needle, and you have the yarn here in your hand, and you get it started, and you make a loop, and another loop, and another loop, like a chain. It's a chain. And then you reverse it, and you have that one beginning loop. You come up, you grab the next yarn again, you bring it through the loop. You go up and grab the next loop, and you start doing it over and over again. You start to get a piece of fabric knitted together.
I used to crochet around the kid, but I could never get on to the next. I just had one long strand.
Yeah, I mean, I made one sweater in my life, and no one's ever worn it because it was very, like, you know, but I attempted it, you know, because you have to do it in pieces, the front and the back, with the space here for the armhole. Then you create the arm, and then you sew the arm together, and then it goes in there. So, you know, it's interesting to say the least, but that's your main two differences, other than pressed and skins, right? If it's knitted or is it woven, that's the beginning part of it, and then everything goes off in their own directions from there. They break down that numbering and weight system for you. That you might want to read through that again. A lot of that won't be tested. The big test is the number of grams, 9,000 per meter there with the denier, sorry. And just knowing that there is a system with measuring the weight and the size of the fabric itself. Yarn twist, what do you get from it? They have 3 ways to express the construction, the TPM, TPCM, or TPI, and that goes back to those graphics that they had in the beginning that you can see. But that gives you, again, the size of the yarn or the elasticity of it, and then the weight. Oh, and I forgot about that, abrasion resistance. There's some examples. The direction of the twist too, so it can go this way or, yeah, that way. So they went S and Z, or clockwise, counterclockwise, and but remind you, you're in the industry, that's what they refer to. And again, that's something else you can look at when you take those little yarns apart from your samples, see which way they twist and see what did the yarn look like, and then undo it and see what it may even pull on it a little, see what kind of things happen with it. Test it out there for your yarn strength. There you go. Yep. There, see there, they even want you to do it in the PowerPoint. Test your stuff out there, okay? So you have plenty of pieces of the swatch is large enough for you to get a few threads there and test it out. The big thing is keep them in order. That's really important. Go ahead and get your book, take it home and get it set up, put your name on it, and bring this back with you on Monday. And I will have an additional handout for you that you can take notes on during the burn testing. Plan for the 2 hours to do that in, and then the 1 to 3. I don't think it'll take that long, usually about an hour and 15 minutes, but just to be on the safe side. And then you'll put your formal information, you'll collect that all together to submit it. All right.
For our names and stuff, do we just like Sharpie it on?
Yeah, you can Sharpie it. I got Sharpies here if you want them.
Do
In
you
my
have
office.
to put the book together this week? Like put these.
Well, if you want to get a head start, they have tape in there. I would, they have you tape it down. Now I would, if it was me, I'd staple it, but you can try taping it. That's probably a good double stick that they gave you.
Which order does it go?
Let's see here.
I guess that blue first.
Hmm?
Is that blue one first?
I think the blue one is first, yeah. Yes, I think you are correct.
We're burning these ones.
Yeah, you'll take a few threads. Now Dr. Newcomb a long time ago. Oh, I love that. Like, give me a new one of those. Yay. And look at this too. This is, actually, I'll make a copy of this for you. I'll make a Xerox copy on the thing. Yes. Yep. Start with the blue. Yeah, it's yep, that is flax, 100% flax. Yep, and it is piece dyed. Because this one is not piece, the last one is not piece dyed. You notice that? The finish is on top. Okay, very good. Yeah, they give you all the lowdown, the 411 on this stuff. So if you want to do that, on the back of this one, what I like is it tells you, like, you have to burn it first and then I'll let you know, but I'll pass it around real fast if you want to take a peek. It tells you, like, the fiber piece, the approaching flame, the flame, when it's removed from the flame, and then the appearance and odor. Yep, yeah, yep, I remember that. Yep, peek at that. That's what the stuff you're going to be looking for.
So this week you just want us to tape them?
Yeah, this week, and like I said, if you're not here today, you're watching our little recording here, I have your names on your swatch books, and they're over in the education building for you at Mrs. Rutherford's desk in the main office. Trying to remember the number. Probably won't remember it very well. Like 130, but don't hold me to in between two big windows. That door right there, that's where you want to go. And everyone did get their tape? If you got tape, right?
Yeah.
Excellent. If you run out of tape by any chance, it's just, I would recommend permanent double stick, Scotch permanent double stick tape. Okay.
Do we just save it like at the top?
I would do it one run of it at the top and put it down. Yep. Yes, indeed. I just picked these up right before class, so I'm so excited for us. Very excited. They were out at the ATC. So. And then, so next Mondays are our burn test. And then the Monday after that, we will start exploring more into the weaving process and the knitting process. Get those yarns and threads together. That will be a part of your swatch book exercise as well. So I'm very excited for you. This is a keeper in your college time and design classes. And again for getting all your stuff done for class. And midterm grades, I had to turn them in by midnight tonight, but I try to get them in by 5 o'clock. That's usually my goal. Makes the register person much happier. Everyone's doing fine. And if you have any questions, you can find me. I'm here now more often now that spring break's over. So definitely Mondays and Wednesdays. Hopefully Monday, Tuesday. Fall schedules. Yeah, get ready for that. It flies for 2 years here, just like that. You're going to be out in the design world, and it's crazy. It's crazy. So exciting. And also, while I have you in here, because this is my biggest class, we do want to try to do one trip at the end of April. And so we're either in Washington, D.C. or the Greenbrier. So the Greenbrier, what we do is a Dorothy Draper tour and look at all of her designs there. We've done that before. It's a one-day thing. Or go over to the Design Mart if they're open. That's my challenge. I know the Greenbrier is open. I don't know how accessible the Design Marts are in DC, but that's a really great experience to have as well. We can't do this definitely the next semester. We'll try to get over there for you. Okay. All right. Any questions? All right. Go have fun. And if they get all switched around, don't worry. We'll have one master one that we can fix it. Okay. All righty. All right, friend. Is everything good? Oh, thank you.
Yep.
All right, great. I'm gonna this has been recorded and I'm gonna put it up on our Blackboard for others as well. Okay.
Okay.
Stop by the education office and get your swatch book.
All right.
I'll do it tomorrow for sure.
Wonderful. Okay. Thank you. I'll see you later. Bye.
All right. See ya. Bye.